Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we complete a bracket challenge to determine the best limited edition whiskey from an UPROXX article. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Kathy Cool, Lenny Eckstein, and Tim Swyatt.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey,
What's
guys.
happening?
Hey, so yes, we love the good folks at UPROXX. They publish some great articles, and they've ranked another list. And it's they've got a format where they then rank 8 and then taste them and then rank them out. And I don't know. So we'll compare how we do versus what they did, and should be fun. We'll get to that after the break. For right now, Lenny was saying there's something he wanted to talk about. What is that, Lenny?
Well, so in a previous episode, we were discussing lightly the fact that someone who a distillery that receives a medal less than gold, what do you do with that? Do you promote it? And
Fuck no.
Yeah, see, I feel like that's the case. So
No, that's embarrassing.
yes, a silver is embarrassing. What's a bronze? Is a bronze
Participation award? Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, there's two things here, though. Go, Lenny, finish your point. Go ahead. Looked like you were finishing your point.
Jump in, Tim, because I'll round it out with some thoughts.
Yeah, because the public doesn't understand what those awards mean, what silver or bronze technically means. Am I going to look up what the San Francisco or pick your award criteria is and what that means or anything like that? I don't think the public knows a lot about that, which is what they're catering towards. They'll take anything they can get regardless. But yeah, for the folks that are in the know, yeah, that's
number
it's
one,
kind of like the first loser.
Number one, I agree with Tim. Number two, I also disagree with the sentiment, only because ultimately what's not going to, you're talking about the small brands are the ones that are winning these and promoting a bronze or a silver.
Correct.
And I'm sorry, the general public at large isn't going to gravitate towards your product. It's not going to be like someone, if you're making a product in greater St. Louis area and there's someone in Utah and sees that you're posting online that you want a silver, they're going to be like, I got to get that one. So what these awards actually mean something to is the people that listen to shows like this that know. So the people that in the know that are into whiskey do know what they mean, and it's embarrassing. And that's ultimately who you end up catering to. That's ultimately who picks up on that. And I think that you're embarrassing yourself by promoting those things, even though you're thinking, hey, for the public at large, they don't really know, and it's a medal winning award. Maybe you get some play for that. Locally, when someone, if you've got a distillery, like when you got a distillery, there's all kinds of people come through there. There's people who are bourbon fans. There's people who just happen to be in town. Maybe those people that are taking a trip and just be like, I want to buy something local. Maybe that's where I could bring them out and say, hey, look, this was in this big international award. We won a silver and it's pretty cool. And they'd be like, yeah,
second place, right?
Right. But I think putting it out in public by putting it on social media where bourbon fans that are truly in the know see it, I think that's where it gets embarrassing for me. That's just me, though. That's just me. Yeah.
So I've got a little bit of a take on this. And Steve, I could rant for like a solid hour on my stupid thoughts on beer competitions that no one else agrees with in the world but me. Yeah. So I won't do that. But I'll say this. I draw parallels a lot to the beer world because that's what I knew before diving into the whole like bourbon and whiskey world. And in beer, the preeminent competition, and there's the couple maybe, but like the big one is Great American Beer Fest. There's also the World Beer Cup. If
Right.
you win a bronze at Great American Beer Fest, the high fives do not stop. Like there's one gold, one silver, and one bronze per category. And I'm not saying a bronze is everybody wants gold, but it's still a big deal if you get silver or bronze.
Right.
Now, they have a bazillion categories. If I could wave a wand and fix everything, I think we need more categories. Less gold medals for one category and one for each category and more categories. Now, here's where I'm going with this also. I hate entering competitions, but I finally caved because distributors really want to talk about gold medals from competitions.
Right.
So I entered the New York International Spirits Competition, and I entered quite possibly my favorite barrel of American single malt that Deer Hammer's ever made. It's a 5-year-old that we bottled for an account, and it's fucking delicious. And it got a fucking bronze, which I will tuck my tail between my legs and walk away. But like, my thought was like, God damn it, how did that get a bronze? Like, then what's gold? Like, it's
Right.
I hate to say it's like fucking awesome, but it's really good. Weird shit, right? And like, so I don't know. What do we do with that? I don't know. I'll stop.
That's a
ranting,
tough
but
one, man.
It's
That's
weird.
a tough
right?
one. Yeah. Well, I
do
don't
you
think you want to promote it. That's just me. But yeah. Well.
I don't want to promote it, but
You
goddamn it, I think
find the people that made the silver and the gold, and you burn their distilleries down.
that maybe I burn the judges' houses down.
Yeah.
Burn
there
the
you go.
judges' houses down.
You know what? But again, like I don't mean to rant about it. That's not my intention. I think it's just an interesting thing about like it's gold or nothing. That's really, I feel like it shouldn't be that way, right?
Like I'm with you there too, Lenny. Is that the awards, these awards things they don't mean anything anymore. It's like some awards in my own industry. It's like everybody gets a participation trophy because you've met a certain threshold now, and then everybody gets. So now it's just kind of like, okay, whatever. They kind of almost like whatever, except for certain categories, which we have some friends of the network that are waiting on that announcement. Hopefully this weekend would be really great.
Yeah.
Those are different, though. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's all cool. I just, I'd like to see some reform. Maybe because, like, again, in beer, some breweries can't win because they brew outside the guidelines. I think that's a thing in whiskey also, but I don't know. What it comes down to is I'd like to see less golds and more credibility for it. Should be okay to come in second or third.
Correct.
And then,
I would agree with that.
like praise the gold medal for like, God damn, those guys are good. Not God damn, those 20 guys are good.
Right.
Yeah. So Steve, here's a question for you. What if they promoted it differently? Because like we know if you get like a bronze or silver, like you're probably not even in like the top 10 or the top 20. But what if they said, oh, we were in the top 25 out of 100 distilleries? That sounds
That's a
better.
different story. There's some facts behind the McNew. I like
Sounds
that.
better. And you could have got a bronze or a silver, but you're not saying that. You said I was in the top 25 out of 100. Sounds a lot better. That's
Well,
what-
I mean, again, like wand waving, my opinion is like, I'd love to see one gold and one gold only. And whoever gets it, fuck yeah, good for you. Maybe something
agree.
emerges.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I assume, if we're having this discussion and we're sitting down with, which I think is the Super Bowl of these things, the San Francisco, I would guess that they would say, well, we do. Those are the category winners. So you got gold, double gold, and you got the category winners. And so that's what Lenny's looking for. We have that. So I don't know. Maybe they do. I'm not sure. Yeah.
I don't know, but I guess more to round out the point. Yeah, sucks to win silver, right? Or bronze. Jeez.
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah. But what are you gonna do? It's a thing. It's a thing. So,
Stop entering. That's
that's what you're gonna do.
Save your money.
save my $500 per entry.
Yeah.
Buy another barrel.
Yeah. On that note, it is time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with McNew this time. McNew, what do you got?
I have some B is for bourbon from the ABV Barrel Shop.
Nice. Okay, nothing there.
Right on the set.
Yeah, Swite on the set. That thing is in sold out status, so that one gone. She gone.
Totally.
So yeah. Yeah. All right, Tim, what do you got?
I have a bottle of the Deerhammer single malt port cask finish.
Nice.
And this one is special and limited edition because this one now proudly carries my Legend FALS wristband too as well. So this one, it's moved from Hidden Barn to this one over the last month or so. They moved to my favorite whiskeys as I'm going through it. Now this one I don't think you can get on seal box, but you can get them at the distillery for sure.
That is facts.
All right, there we go. Swide on the set. Nothing.
No, nothing there.
It's very well loved, as Jeff from Iowa would say.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. All right. How about you, Lenny?
I've got a bottle of Talnua's 2023 Old Saints Keep. These guys are out here in Colorado doing all. It is brand new. Really pretty bottle. Doing awesome stuff. America's first single pot still style whiskey, like kind of an Irish style. Really nice stuff.
Jesus.
You know.
Oh,
it's God. Lenny's world.
Yeah, it's Lenny's world.
We're just living in it.
I let you guys hang out with your dicks.
Yeah. I've got Easy Elegance here. This is a throwback bottle, so this is old. And now this is in the Wilderness Trail bottle, and now they come in the Elmer T. Lee bottle. So this is old school here. So maybe I'll get lucky with this. I haven't opened it for a while. Man, I think that was really solid, but yeah, we heard what Lenny did, so I got no chance there. So, all right, Kathy, you're last but not least. You got a mountain to overcome here. Let's see what you got.
Knowing that Lenny was going to be here tonight, I threw down 3 bottles that I plan on killing, and not a lot from them. But interestingly enough, I too have a
Art of the
Spirits in the old Wilderness Trail bottle.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Also very, very pleasant, but not nowhere near enough to knock Lenny off there. So Lenny wins. One and all, Lenny wins.
On top, Kevin. Lenny.
Mm-hmm.
Go tell Nua.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be doing a bracket challenge from UPROXX that's going to take a look at the best limited edition whiskey. We'll do that in just a few. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
Hello, this is Brian Nation of Keeper's Heart Whiskey. You're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we have a bracket challenge from an UPROXX article to find the best limited edition whiskey.
Yes, we are. So UPROXX, as we know, never reports on anything but the best of the best. When they put together one of these lists, I mean, you can lock that in. They absolutely know what they're doing there, and they're going to give you nothing but the absolute best, and we can't question it. We can't change this. This isn't a show to debate what they have on there. I mean, that could be a show at some point, but this is not. This is their list, and we're going to get it down to, and see where we're at here. See if we agree with what they picked as number one. All right, the contenders. Heaven's Door 10-year-old bourbon. Bardstown Bourbon Company 4 Square Blend. Michter's 10-year-old bourbon. That was their winner, by the way. So they like the Michter's out of all these. Barrel Bourbon, the 34A blend. Now, if you're really into barrel, when I go shopping and I'm like, I feel like getting a barrel bourbon, I just grab what's in front of the shelf. There's people who, they live for this shit, though. So 34A is the one they say. Booker's Charlie's Batch. Stellum Single Barrel. This is from Reserve Bar. So they're bourbon from, again, single barrel release from Reserve Bar. Elijah Craig proof. And this is another one with the numbers. B523. That's the one that they say is one of the best limited edition releases of this year. And then finally, Jefferson's, the Marianne McLean blend. Again, I think that's like Trey Zoller's grandma or something like that. Supposedly she was a bootlegger back in the day, and
you don't think that's true? You sound doubtful.
There's a lot of lore in this business, but I believe Trey. Trey's a good guy, yes, he's dedicated that to her for sure. All right, here's how they're going to break down. I gave you the contenders. The Elijah Craig B523 will be taking on the Michter's 10-year-old. Then we've got Heaven's Door, a 10-year-old, taking on the Marianne McLean. Our barrel bourbon entry will take on the Reserve Bar Stellum single barrel bourbon pick. And then finally, Booker's Charlie's Batch will be taking on Bardstown Bourbon's the 4 Square blend. So again, finished in 4 square rum casks. There you go. Round number 1, Kathy, you are going to be first. We're looking at Elijah Craig, specifically the B523 versus Michter's 10-year. What do you think is the better of the two?
I'm going to go with Elijah Craig.
Elijah Craig goes up 1-0. Tim, what do you think? Elijah Craig or Michter's 10-year?
So I'm a very, very large fan of Dan McKee. So I would grab that Michter's 10-year first.
Michter's 10. Michter's 10 has tied it up. Lenny, what do you think? Elijah Craig or Michter's?
I like the Elijah Craig in this one.
Elijah Craig has gone up 2-1 over Michter's. McNew, what do you think?
So a lot of the Elijah Craig special releases kind of have missed the mark for me. So I'm going to go with Michter's.
Michter's. Yeah, I got to go by what I would grab. And if I went into a store and they had both of these on the shelf, I mean, I'm all day long taking the Michter's 10-year. So I'm going to go Michter's, meaning it does move on. All right, next up is Heaven's Door, the 10-year versus Jefferson's Marianne McLean. Round number 2, Tim, you're first.
I'm going to go with the Jefferson's.
Jefferson's.
I'm going with Jefferson's.
All right.
Got some friends making that stuff. That's good.
Heck yeah. Lenny, you're next.
Yeah, I think I have to go with the Jefferson's as well on this one.
All right, Jefferson's goes up 2-0. McNew, what do you think? Jefferson's or Heaven's Door?
Yeah, so I like everything that Jefferson's does. And I think this is a fun story, whether there's truth behind it or it's just lore. So I'm going to go with Jefferson.
That means Jefferson's Marianne McLean batch moves on. Next up is Barrel Bourbon, Lot 34A, and then Reserve Bar, the Stellum single barrel pick. Both barrel products, by the way. Just how that worked out. I didn't even think of that till right now as I'm looking at it. Those are both barrels entries into this thing. Round number 3, Lenny, you're going to be first. Barrel or Stellum?
This seems like an impossible choice.
Yeah.
Single barrel or blend?
Yeah. Man, I'm going to go with the 34A blend.
34A blend. Barrel. Okay. All right. McNew, what do you think? Barrel?
I really feel like you could just flip a coin, but I'm going to go with Stellum and keep it in the game.
Keep it in the game. All right. I'm up next. I think I'm going to. I have hit some of those barrel bourbon batches that are pretty damn good. I don't know what 34A is like, but I'm going to give my vote to 34A. It means barrel goes up 2-1 over Stellum. Next up is Kathy.
I'm actually going to tie it up because I like that there's a single barrel there.
Okay. All right, Tim, it comes down to you then. Round 3.
I've got to go for the blends. I'm going to go barrel bourbon 34A blend.
Barrel bourbon. All right. 34A. All right. Next up, round number 4. Booker's Charlie's Batch takes on Bardstown, their 4-square blend. Round number 4. Up first is McNew.
I'm going to go Bardstown.
Bardstown goes up 1-0. I'm going to tie this thing up. I notoriously I love Booker's. Big fan of that. I always look for those if I can grab one. I do. So I'm going to go Booker's Charlie's Batch. I'm going to tie this thing up. Kathy, you're next.
I can't not see a Booker's on the shelf and not buy it. So
right, exactly. So, Booker's goes up 2-1. Tim, you're next. Booker's or Bardstown 4-square.
Closing this one out, I as well agree with Kathy. If I see a Booker's on the shelf, I'm grabbing it. Booker's.
Yeah. Booker's. All right. Our final 4 looks like this: Michter's 10, Marion McLean blend, barrel bourbon, or Booker's Charlie's Batch. Round number 5, actually. I'm going to be up first. Michter's 10-year-old versus Jefferson's. I like both of these products. Man, I would love to try that Marion McLean. I haven't tried that at all yet. That'd be nice to be in the loop with that. But I got to go back to what would I spend my dollars on. I would be like, I'll chance it and try to get that Marion McLean on the line. I would grab the Michter's 10, so it's going to get my vote. Michter's goes up 1-0. Kathy, what do you think?
I am going to do the exact opposite of Steve and go with Marion McLean.
Marion McLean has tied it up. Tim, you're next.
Oh, Steve, I'm siding with Kathy on this one as well. I would grab that Jefferson's to give that one a try. I'd be interested in that one more out of the 2.
All right, Marion McLean. Not so big fan of Dan McKee anymore, huh? Boy, that was
nope, throwing him out right off the bat.
Boy, round number 1, you love the guy. Round number 2,
I love Dan McKee, but on that one,
okay. I'll be sure to pass it along to him.
Sorry, man. The nicest and quietest person in bourbon you could find, and I threw him right out.
Yeah. You know when it's good with Dan? So say we're doing the show right here, and we got Dan on. Not so great. Between shows, Dan is awesome. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
Yeah, Dan. He opens up. He's very reserved, very corporate on the shows. But you keep him in the after show. Dan's just he's a normal guy. He's awesome.
Oh, yeah. I mean, nobody's safe from his ridicules and his sarcasm. It's amazing.
Right. But
he's slinging mud at everybody. It's amazing. It's like, out of you, Dan? No way you talk like that.
He's pretty buttoned up when it comes to being on the show, though. So
that's funny.
Wow, you kiss your mother with that mouth?
Wow. Yes. All right. So what we're looking at here is we're in a situation where round number 5, 2-1 in favor of Marianne McLean. Lenny, you're next.
I'm gonna, maybe dash some dreams and go with the Jefferson's Marianne McLean.
Marianne McLean moves on. All right. Next up, and that means we are going to differ from UPROXX. So yeah. So which is hard to believe.
Awesome.
Accurate as they are in all this stuff. It's hard to believe we would ever be different though. Round 6, barrel bourbon takes on Booker's Charlie's Batch. Round number 6. Up first is Kathy.
Booker's
goes up 1-0. Tim.
Booker's
goes up 2-0. Lenny.
I'm gonna go with Booker's as well, and I just want to make a comment for anyone listening. I was just in.
Nobody's listening.
Yeah, well, there's one listening at least. Base Camp Wine Spirits in Frisco, Colorado. I went in there and they have a bottle of Booker's on the shelf, and they did last time, and I bought it last time, and I said to the guy, "That's awesome. You always have Booker's on the shelf." And he goes, "Yeah." Not like enthusiastically, really. Of course we do.
Right.
I thought that was awesome. So if anybody's looking for Booker's, Base Camp Wine and Spirits seems to always have it on the shelf, and they
Base Camp has it. They're not even excited about it. It's so normal.
Yeah, they're like, of course we do.
Yeah,
but we do.
No big deal.
Booker's though.
All right, that means Booker's moves on to the finale. Round number 7, Lenny, you're going to be first here. Marion McLean or Booker's?
Booker's.
Booker's goes up 1-0. McNew.
I'm going to give Marianne some love here.
Marianne has tied it up. I'm up next. Marianne McLean or Booker's. I'm going Booker's. Booker's has gone up 2-1, on the verge of shutting this thing out, but standing between Booker's and victory is Kathy Cool. Kathy, what do you think? Marianne McLean or Booker's?
Dun, dun, dun.
What are you spending your money on?
Ooh, that's a good question. I am going to pick the one with more proof. Do you know which one that is?
Booker's.
There's 10 year.
Yeah.
Victor's tenure.
Victor's tenure. Was brought back from the dead to win that.
Trying to save face with Dan McKee right now.
Yeah.
I love you, Dan.
You go. There you go. On that note, to Booker's wins, folks. Booker's wins. How about that? Still champion, I think we should say. I mean, Booker's has been at the top of the mountain for a long time, and there they are. A limited edition release that is still considered one of the best in the bourbon industry. Pretty cool stuff. All right, on that note, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Kathy, we're going to start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at KK Cask Strength.
Okay, fair enough. How about you, Tim?
You can find me liking all the content that Dan McKee puts out over there at Mixters. Mixters on Instagram, Facebook, and all those socials. Follow me on Instagram at SwyGuy2112.
Oh, yeah. He realized he pissed Dan McKee off. Yeah. He started off the show real strong, and then he slipped. He had but Tim, they used to always tell me, as a sales guy, you get an attaboy, but you need 10 attaboys to make up for one aw shit.
That's
and
right.
You definitely had an aw shit on this show, and so you got to come at 10 attaboys to make up for this.
Dan, I'm coming for you. You're not getting the bag of dicks, that's for sure.
What kind of bag do you have to send to him to make up for this?
Yeah.
He's going to get the 7-inch long dong, so that'll be good.
Oh, God. No, don't send that to Dan.
Don't send that to Dan. No,
He's such a nice man. He's such a nice man. Yeah.
He blush. Such a sweet man.
Don't do that, folks. All right. Let's see. Lenny, how about you? Where can people find you?
People can find me and the rest of Deerhammer on social media at Deerhammer, on the web at deerhammer.com. You can order our bottles there. You can also bounce over to Sealbox to order some really cool bottles that we just dropped over there. And you should totally come visit us in beautiful Buena Vista, Colorado.
All right, McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew, ABV.
For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. The important website, though, is abvnetwork.com. That's where you need to check out. We've got over 3,000 shows out there for your downloading and listening pleasure. You can hit play on the first one, and I don't know, in a month or two, you'll be done, and you can move on to a different show. But for right now, listen to us. So check us out, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop, where we allow you to try before you buy. So what a great experience that is. Come into the shop. We'll talk to you. We'll consult with you. We'll figure out what we think you'd like and let you taste it for free. And then you can pick up a bottle if you like it. So check us out, abvbarrelshop.com. And we will put you on our email and text distribution list if you fill out a brief form on the front page. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
You guys.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with the national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.